I just for that for me watching more about daily update TV so. And then I will show you my dinner and I'll subscribe to my YouTube channel, like share. Now other comments so I share comment section. Ya beje brain na ya kan meti for ne ahwefo nso anyina so atibi. Koku Anyindoho anaka se obisa ne se Koku Anyindoho se wa ankasa se ye hu se MPP na ankasa ono mu hwebom. Se no osisen no so ono Koku Anyindoho de onye MPP ni or NDC ni with the card bearing member. Now ono NDC no onjai into a card bearing member. And on a Parker Wilson Ebisa and say Parker Wilson Ebisa and say so will you vote for a President Mahama your candidate? I was say I'm stating it emphatically. I stand emphatically brofono and I know what can say oh yeah obeto ama Mahama because on unjai NDC no it was stating emphatically say on obeto ama Mahama and you know we energy sama Koku I'm making it clear to the public say on Koku or is he still an NDC member or a card bearing member or no obeto ama Mahama unjai party no because Koku pa yeah Koku na state unuya Paka a journalist our Orepa TV breakfast show so on any years I interview and a Koku Anyindoho a drop this secretly. Sometimes he behaves he hates Mahama, but down within him no or pay Mahama same because in some no can do Koku Anyindoho I mean say or no wajai NDC but ono answer because on jai NDC or a card bearer member just say oh put this on records say obe voti ama Mahama. This is a very a joyful moment just say beti ma celebrate say Koku Anyindoho I make you 10 says say no obe to ama Mahama na obe support the campaign team na ebusuya my main phone see and for comment comment section it Koku Anyindoho obe joining campaign team na because he was stating emphatically say obeto Mahama, so which means he want to enjoy and I say we're joining Mahama campaign team nana. You go to interview no I can't send baby any to a better win some I have daily update TV so stay tuned for a comment comment section. I'm sure I better accommodate so.
Okay. Otherwise I'll capitulate. Okay, Mate. I ought to ignore Mate. We are wrapping up in the next just 3-4 minutes. But my only gratitude and Mark Parker, and I've said this several times. In fact, God willing, I should be launching my first book in July.
Great.
And in it, I
would love to read that.
Oh, why not? And in it, I have thanked President Ufuado.
Okay.
You see, Parker, the idea. Look, what Asumje Park was doing to me, sleepless nights. And for Anado to have agreed to do it and to come personally, to come and commission it. Look, a sombo mame.
Right.
And to that extent, I remain grateful to Nanado. It doesn't mean I have become a carpet that they are working on.
Okay.
No.
Mate, medasi na mi hu ka Japan je on Bamia Koi. I'm for say he's not a principled man. Because I mean look at the things he said about Bamia. Yeah.
That is why.
If you only locus, only integrity be I say about campaign about at this point. Well, is that being fair?
Oh, the people who are saying it have every right.
What do you say?
Hold on, they have every right to.
What do you also say?
But you see, if you can't beat them,
join them.
You join them.
Stand why?
To the extent that he is not going to break away. And don't forget that there was also, you see, that's why some of our people in Nankasa, I don't understand them. You see, some of them to break away.
Okay.
It's been Kobium.
It's in some kind, you know, sure. Integrity, no. So between the campaign, about
that's a challenge. That's it. Because I've seen some clips in Kwabre and other places where some youth are really confronting.
Yeah.
So when I'll buy,
and
I'll be baby.
Yeah.
Can't win. And then they were saying,
do you have a challenge campaign for Bamia?
And then what said, what said, So it's up to him and how he's going to re-engage. Yeah, it's up to him and how he's going to re-engage. But the fact that he didn't leave, it's like me, even me, when they tried to push me out of Aseduketia, tried very hard to push me out of the NDC. I have refused to leave. Look,
we are still a member of the NDC.
Oh yes.
Okay.
Oh yes. I'm not going anywhere.
You're not going anywhere. We are a member.
I'm a member, card-bearing member.
The card-bearing member of the NDC.
And
I have my vote in my constituency.
To return with Mahama, December. Was as a member there?
No,
as a member
I was asked this.
You are duty bound to vote for John Mahama.
No. That's why you're getting it wrong.
No, but you're duty bound.
That is where you are getting it wrong.
Your presidential candidate, John Mahama.
That is where you are getting it wrong. I can state categorically as I sit down here that I will vote. That was when John Mahama took over. Assuming he was a member of the Aliu Mahama was the head of the EMT.
Right.
Then President Newz becomes president. Let me tell you, under President Newz, there was really no EMT. What you had was an economic advisory team.
Okay.
That was advising the president directly. And it was chaired by the late Gobin Nankani. Gobin and Prof were mates in Achimota, Legon. And then Gobin went to the World Bank and served there for decades until he came on pension. This Nankani and Hagan.
Yeah.
So this Indian Ghanaians, yeah. And when Gobin died, Ishmael Yamsin took over as the head of the economic advisory team.
Okay.
And let me state for the records, Kesi. The Vice President John Dramani Mahama was not a member of the economic advisory team. He was not.
But they claim he was. I mean,
there is a lot of misinformation out there. And one of the challenges Anyindoho is having with John Mahama and his boys is that any attempt to clear the air and state the facts, then you are anti-JM.
John Mahama was not part of the economic advisory team.
He was not.
As a vice president?
No, he was not. He was not. He was not. It was the president, his finance minister, Dr. Dufo, and that's for which reason I was supporting Dufo at the primaries. This Governor Kenny, Joel Hyde, I think the chief of staff was in attendance. Dr. Seth Abolo, then Prof's President Newz's own brother-in-law, Professor Afo, a group of friends who worked gratis, free, to ensure that they supported their friend and brother to succeed. And that is how the economy was held in check. So when the finance minister sorts his things out and everything, he goes to the economic advisory team to present whatever it is before he comes to cabinet, to come and present to cabinet. Is it not interesting that when John Mahama took over, assuming he was a member of the economic advisory team, he would have followed the same economic trajectory?
Because you see, me will let be and in fact, I will show it on the screen now. This is on the 23rd November 2010. Now the letter says, "Dear Sir, appointment as member of the economic management team." It's a advisory team, but even with that, the letter here says economic management team. What is challenging you on that? We, if JK Bibaku Mensa, good secretary to the president, distribution to we or say to a year or say so person to article 77 clause 2 as part of the steps to enhance the work of cabinet. It has pleased His Excellency the President to appoint you as a member of the economic management team with effect from 1st June 2010. We John Mahama.
Good.
It's now okay, just a hold
on.
It was part of the management team.
This is a management team.
Right.
I am saying.
So what's the difference with the admin team? What's the difference between the two?
So there was an advisory team. Check and see if there was not an advisory team. So there was a management team. You understand? That was supposed to do some work.
Okay.
And I am telling you that beyond the management team, there was an advisory team.
Okay.
Which the president created himself. Which had to balance this management team because as far as he was concerned, the management team was not producing results.
The management team, not Jomama, your vice president, or that.
It wasn't producing results.
They were not producing results.
Exactly.
And was setting up an advisory team. Economic team.
Yes.
I see.
That is it. So,
I see.
So the management team, like I said earlier on, is not constitutional. What the articles that Bibaku Mensa is referring to, is about other things. So pursuant to this thing, somebody has been appointed as a member of the EMT. Is that not it?
Yeah.
But the EMT is not the constitutional creation.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
But you have been appointed pursuant to certain articles of the Constitution. Of course, to help function this, that. But
it's about advisory team, any economic team. Now, on duties here, were they overlapping? And now say, so, I want to get a clarity.
So the clarity is that. So you had this management team, which was purely administrative. But the president, in wanting to achieve results and not to be seen to be rocking any boat, had to set up this advisory team.
Wouldn't that amount to rocking boat, rather? No, because you undermine the authority of EMT4.
You are not you are seeing that the EMT is not giving the results that you need.
And you see members of the EMT, Dr. Komnado for himself, the finance minister, Kusi Ahoy Wom, Hanatete Wom, Joe J Wom, the late PV Obin. One of the chairman. In fact, he was the chairman of the NDPC at the time, being part of the economic management team.
But there was an advisory team. If the advisory team chaired by Governor Nankani to support the work of the EMT.
I see. It's so back to Baumiano. Yeah. The simple question, because we are running out of time. You both NPP administration Baumia account. A lot of things have gone wrong.
Yes.
And what can I say? Well, I have you call it the Constitution. Or yeah, you must for the president at the behest of the president, which would agree. But honorable, what can I say? Omanpeni Bananado Eba or say Baumia is the man who can handle the economy.
Yeah.
I'm giving a special tax.
Yes.
And normal for you will fail you on that. Do you agree on the economy? Baumia fail.
Oh, of course. I mean, the economy is fully challenged.
But Baumia fail you on that.
I'm not going to say
I'm watching you. Of course, your principled man.
No.
On the part of the economy, as Baumia vice president.
That is why. We started the conversation from a certain perspective. From the Constitution.
Me too.
Now, I am not in there with them.
No, but you're Ghana. Of course,
but the truth of the matter is that are you saying that the vice president was fully leveraged to do what the president said you'll be able to do?
Because as for what the president said, we are going by his words. No man penika, no. It is say one will be in charge. One economist. I'm not an economist.
Yes.
Baumia is. That's why I brought him in.
Yeah.
So on the Yejuman.
Yes.
It is based on that. We are judging him by his words.
By the words of the president.
Of the president. It is based on that. Would you say Baumia fairly?
So then you can. How are you saying that it is Baumia who has failed?
Because the manager won't be Yejuman.
Then the president should come and tell us that his vice president failed.
You're not the makers of president.
Of course.
Do we need him to say that? The
economy is challenged.
Exactly.
The president himself has accepted that it's challenged.
True.
The vice president has not run away from it. That is challenged. But when you talk about failure, that's the word I refuse to use, because
we word in replace of failure.
No, challenged.
Challenge.
The economy is challenged.
It's the Baumia for the challenge economy.
You can blame the government. You can blame the president. And this is the head that wears the crown.
Baumia, you want a special tax.
That is what you are saying.
I mean, that's what the president said, not me. That's what the one paying the not said,
but
not me.
Listen, hold on. But within that space,
right?
Within that space,
right?
Are there not a few things that they promised, that Baumia promised? Baumia never said he will be the head of the economic management team. I remember when Baumia was campaigning, some of the things that he said openly was the fact that
exchange rate. Exactly. And they work with the exchange rate. Apaska.
Good. He said he will introduce teacher training allowances, nursing training allowances. Didn't they introduce that?
Of course,
now that is why I'm saying that if you say fail, there are some positives. So it can't be total failure.
No, but economy. Now, I'm not talking about the others.
Within the economy.
Economy.
Hold on.
And then one part of it.
Hold on. Within the economy, there are different facets of the economy. So the foreign exchange aspect, yes. That one, the what do you call it? The key and the handcuffs, nobody can find it.
Okay.
Yes, sir. But within still that economic space, the whole concept of digitalization to create a proper and common platform. Parker, to create a platform where we can harmonize revenue collection, where we can stop cash transactions, How do you say that is a failure? That is work in progress.
Okay.
It's not going to take one day to establish it.
Right.
It's going to take time to establish it. But we are seeing some immediate direct benefits. Now, the time value of money, where you have to go and queue at ECG to pay your bills, where ECG people have to come to your house. Opa, no be kramai. Inti wakano, this oko. Umani sikana, ufri wane niyere yare, obamani sikano. The money is not going back to government. Now you can sit in the comfort of your car, your home, under any tree, pay some bills. The money that you save, instead of driving, or you are taking transport to go to that pay point to go and pay, it is savings to you, but you are not seeing it. So, in terms of our payment systems, so there's time being saved there. It is also money, but because you cannot quantify that money,
and yet tangible. And yet tangible, you can't quantify.
You are looking for tangible money in terms of what?
In terms of say economy, and I mean, a few days ago,
yes, in Kumasi,
and in Kumasi, Accra, Kumasi, Takrady, people were complaining about high cost of living. And no matter why who says a comedy amount for? I agree with digitalization.
Yes,
but you're better digitalization now. Honorable. That's what people say.
Hold on,
you're not eating digitalization.
But you see, that is the
hear money now.
That is the problem.
We want to feed our family.
We've had a challenged economic system over decades. We want to move. It is that transition which is creating some of the challenges. You won't see the benefits today.
The economic professors are saying that that
is also true. But Busia Bono, where does it come from? The genesis of it is not mismanagement.
It's all mismanaged economy.
No, and that's why I'm saying that Busia Bono started from where? It started from Mahama. At least under Newz there was no borrowing. Under Newz there was no borrowing. Mahama started some borrowing. These people came and they've continued and they've possibly overshot the runway.
Exactly.
Good.
It's one of this one of the blaming.
And this is the head that wears the crown.
It's the MPP are mismanaging the economy because of over debt.
That is a given. But we are talking about going into another election. Where Nanado is not the candidate.
Right. So
Nanado is not the candidate. So if you now go and we spend 10 hours on Nanado, he has less than 6 months to exit.
Right.
Is that not it? So we are going to another election with 2 candidates. And that is where the discussion is. So back to your issue of vision. So John Mahama proved to us that he could pursue a vision different from the vision of President Newz, and he pursued it. Right. Why do you think that Bawumia hasn't got a vision different from Nanado's vision?
So he also pursued a vision different
from he told us in the presence of Nanado on the 4th of November. And I've told you when he went to UPSA, also in the presence of Nanado, he started telling us some of the visions as he goes around the country. Now, Paka, one thing talking about paying attention to Dr. Bawumia's campaign. It's also because in 2008, near Bawumia and then I President Newz
Okay.
This door to door, house to house, market to market, mayanka to mayanka, church to church, beach to beach. Now, when we were doing it, the MPP people were laughing at us. Those days, Akufo-Addo was the candidate, and he was doing the
fanfare.
The fanfare. President Newz we need I want here because in that space, when you meet the people, it's now about a personality profile, both verbal and non-verbal.
Right.
You are presenting yourself.
About daily update TV so. And I will show you now about more than subscribe on my YouTube channel no like now the comment. I share comment section on my ebajibre. Na just say I can't make T4 and the actual phone so I then at TV. Na assembly na say Koku Anyindoho and a granting interview. Na yenye of late Koku Anyindoho I will be as a on pair GM asem oni JM and can ye cry, but Koku Anyindoho are making it clear say ono Koku Anyindoho obeto ama GM internal busia and no one sem na ekotie no. So the comment no ebe share comment section no like it you made no share ama onwe bi na ono nso nsaka bi. I daily update is 24/7 ye juma e de suma hwefo na etifo enti Koku Anyindoho nyina nim se Koku do obi anya no hwe obi ampamo ne free NDC mo so na enim se Koku do dia ayi die wagyae eye party no but was stating it clear say ono Koku do eye NDC party no onyae na onyae so na aba no so obeto e de ama Mahama. That was the interview na you could see from Koku do. It's also the comment no ebe share comment section na wa like jumedi no e de ama onua bi na wa ono so ahwe bi na me ensure na onyo Kesi we do be see say na akofa more trending e de aba ntino. Stay tuned and stay connected. Never comment any show on. God bless you.